Hello YouTube and welcome back to the DrunkKobold. I apologize that I have not done a video in quite some time. I believe the last one I did was December 15th. And yeah, a lot has happened since then. So while I just play RuneScape here, I am going to talk about that. So right after I shot my last video, I came and stayed at my girlfriend's house for the holidays. We were supposed to only have me here until January 2nd. But when I went home on January 2nd, my landlord let me know that he had extensive renovations that he needed to do to my house and gave me a timeline in which they'd be done. So I was going to just stay at my girlfriend's for that period of time again. We kind of cleared that. And, that was all good. And the plan was that I would, sneak back to the house and try and do videos between then. But between all the dust and all the noise, it just wasn't feasible to shoot videos. It was very chaotic. And then when he overshot his deadline for having the renovations done, my girlfriend just said, well, why don't we just move the computer here and, you can do your videos here at my place. So that's what we did, and then I just haven't gotten to shooting anything yet, and I am now shooting something today. My computer is now permanently set up at their house, and I will be doing videos for here from now on. So that is why I haven't done a video in a long time, and you will notice that that was actually probably the worst time to be off because there was all of that scandal with the open game license in Dungeons and Dragons. Had I had access and reliable access at that to my computer, I probably still wouldn't have been doing a lot of videos in regards to the open game license. One, just because a lot of it was he said, she said, there was no concrete evidence. And honestly, I'm of the camp that Wizards of the Coast is free to do whatever they want with the open game license. They can abolish it, they can change it, they can revoke previous versions. They, in the end, chose not to due to the backlash that it got from the community. But open gaming is not the standard of the industry. Dungeons and Dragons has been a rarity in that. So I felt that it wasn't really worthwhile to, set up my phone and tripod and, make a commentary video, every other day about, oh, this has been said about the open game license. The open game license has a new draft. It just was like, it was pure chaos for the length of that scandal. And I feel like that scandal also in some ways brought out the worst of the Dungeons and Dragons community. And I have to say that I haven't really enjoyed even being on social media as a result of that. But I have still been playing D&D. I fully intend to continue to support Dungeons and Dragons, both as a customer and video maker. I am currently playing a Dragonlance campaign with my group, and we are doing the Dragonlance campaign to playtest 1D&D. And I have to say that I've been loving 1D&D so far. My players, they've built what they can using 1D&D rules, and then rebuilds happen as they are required. And everything has been going absolutely splendid. I am really excited to see what happens with the final product of 1D&D. When it releases in 2024. That said, Pathfinder 2E. Paizo, congratulations on selling 8 months of stock in 2 weeks. That is very impressive, and I definitely hope to see, more action in the Pathfinder 2E community. As a result, I have started writing scripts for Pathfinder 2E videos, how to play, how to build characters, etc., that I do plan to air, mechanics and rulings, whatever. Anything that I can think of that is going to help make these, make new players more accessible to the Pathfinder 2E game, as it can be a little crunchy. But like I said, I've got some scripts written for that. I will be shooting some stuff in the near future. So fingers crossed that that goes the way it's planned. Now, RuneScape. Hello, RuneScape. What I have been playing in the background this whole time. Fresh Start Worlds ended at the beginning of January. I finished in the top 36% of players. So I didn't do bad by any stretch of the imagination. I know that I did not put as much time into Fresh Start Worlds as I would have liked. During the whole double XP event, I was pretty much like, doubling down on Violent Pasta here so that way I could get those gains during double XP. I now have 4 levels maxed out. The next double XP, I plan to go for 6. So there was a lot that I didn't do that I could have done, and things that I would have done differently that I tried to do during the Fresh Start Worlds campaign, should they ever do it again. I will be doing a video on my thought on Fresh Start Worlds and how, it played out and how it ended and whatnot. And then plus I will continue making content with the DrunkKobold account for quests, walkthroughs, etc. I also plan on starting an old school RuneScape account using DrunkKobold. Since my Violent Pasta old school RuneScape account is, messed up to all hell because I've just been using it to goof around like I did when I was a kid. But I do plan on starting an old school RuneScape account there so that way, I can continue making some very unique RuneScape content and hopefully, being able to push that into Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder 2e. And then I can't remember if I have mentioned this on previous videos, but I have started writing my own content for my own setting. The setting is called Elfreich. It means home of the fairies. It's based on the old word for eldritch. And the joke was that Cthulhu is a fae folk rather than, this monstrous creature that lives in the abyss. And no, I've been really enjoying writing that. I'm about 30% done. I don't know when it releases, if I'm going to release it under the orc, which multiple developers have, pitched and contributed to, or if I'm going to do it in the open game license, also the Creative Commons for 5.1 SRD, or if I'm going to do both, or if I'm going to do neither. I still have to look into the logistics of it, how much of it is lore, how much of it is mechanics. Right now, pretty much everything that is written is lore. So the fact that that's 30% of the book, I figure that about 60% of it's going to be lore, about 30% of it mechanics. But so yeah, that's where I am at with Elfreich. But yeah, no, a lot has happened in the past month and a half. And I just really wanted to get this video out and share that with all of you. I do appreciate that you guys are still subscribing, still staying subscribed. I do appreciate that you guys are leaving comments on old videos and I'm able to interact with you guys from my phone and, talk to you guys. I have always prided myself in the fact that I want to be open to communication with my subscribers. And that is going to always remain true, even if the video content falls off and, I just start making, casual hobby videos. Again, since really the purpose of this channel has kind of outlived its usefulness and I'm just kind of doing this to entertain myself at this point. But yeah, no, if you guys have any comments, want to have a small text conversation in the chats, leave a comment down below. And if you feel I deserved it, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And in the meantime, cheers and may the rolls be with you.